Record. All right. Welcome, Uri, to the Biohacker Babes. Thanks for joining us this evening for you, all the way across the world. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
of course.
on.
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So we first met, I think it's been a few years now through your other company that you founded, Somavedic. For any of our listeners that aren't familiar with that, that is, um, you could obviously explain it much better than me, but basically an EMF harmonizer. It's this
Yes.
beautiful thing. I have mine in my bedroom to help offset the EMFs, especially while I'm sleeping. And it's absolutely beautiful. But that's how we first met. But today we're going to be talking about your latest project, which is Wyse Earth. And you graciously sent Lauren and I 2 jars to give it a try. You have a couple different products. Oh, Lauren's holding it up. Anyone that's watching
It's
on
almost as big as my
YouTube.
head. It's awesome.
It is a very large jar. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so we have the longevity one, which we'll get into the ingredients of that. And then you also sent us the detox jar, which is a lot smaller, maybe because it's more potent, but we'll get into the ingredients. And I know you're working on some other things, so we're going to get into all that. But mushrooms, let's talk about mushrooms. So people are probably familiar with what we call like the culinary mushrooms, so portobello, things that you're seeing on your dinner plate. Then we have psychedelic mushrooms, which we've also talked about on the show a lot. But now we're talking about functional or adaptogenic mushrooms.
Yep.
And we're going to get into all the different ones. And I think these are just super, super powerful and really, really cool with amazing health benefits. But to kick it off, maybe if this is a new term for anyone, what are functional or adaptogenic mushrooms? And actually, even are those kind of interchangeable, functional and adaptogenic?
Yeah, that's a great question to start. So, adaptogenic mushrooms are a specific type of mushrooms that have to have like three properties. They have to be non-toxic. They have to be they have to have normalizing effect, and they have to uh, yeah, non-toxic, non-specific, and yeah, non-specific and normalizing effect. So what does
Mm,
this mean? Non-toxic means that you cannot overdose with them. So it's not like any drugs or medications. They are safe in almost any dosage. So this is like non-toxic. Non-specific means that they have a pretty wide spectrum of how they are affecting our bodies. So imagine, like a drug for headache or stomach ache or blood pressure or cholesterol. That's a specific, like problem that the drug is solving. But if the adaptogenic mushrooms, they have this like non-specific effect on the body, which means that they are fighting the inflammation in the body, and inflammation can turn into chronic inflammation, and we can have like headaches, even cancer, cysts, joint pains, and all of that. So they have very wide spectrum of benefits in the body. So we can say that almost whatever is wrong in the body that is caused by inflammation, the adaptogenic mushrooms help the immune system to fight that. So they are not, let's say, designed or intended for one specific thing, but they have this broad spectrum of positive health benefits. So
mm,
that's a non-specific, and normalizing effect means that we can also call it bi-directional effect. So, for example, your nervous system needs to calm down because it's too, like pumped up. So you take, for example, like cacao or ashwagandha, and it will calm your nervous system down. But if your nervous system, needs a bit boost, the same the same cacao or same ashwagandha or lion's mane will improve improve it. So it's basically we're normalizing and bringing the body into homeostasis. So it's powering it up or calming down. So these three very specific uh, properties of mushrooms, if they have them, they can be called like adaptogenic mushrooms.
I love that.
Very
Helping the
cool.
body to adapt in any situation, which is when you see
Cool.
mushrooms in nature, fungus, it's usually there to help whatever environment it's in, or I guess the person that consumes them. I know that's especially for psychedelic mushrooms, like they come in to kind of save and then recycle and restore. But would you say mushrooms across the board, especially adaptogenic mushrooms, are just bringing the body back into balance, no matter what state they're in?
Yes, definitely. They have they can modulate the response of our immune system to external stressors. And the external stressors can be physiological, psychological, it can be our environment, it can be stress, it can be like anything. And the adaptogenic mushrooms just signal and help the our immune system to basically fight it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
love
this is
that.
a perfect time of year to be talking about immune support. When this comes
Yes.
out, it'll be, early January, but we're right in the season where people are getting sick more often. So, with immune support, right, we can like boost the immune system with certain ingredients, or maybe we can slow the immune system down, but the mushrooms are really doing whatever your immune system needs in the moment, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's so
why
cool.
they are special, unique, and yeah, and if you cannot overdose with them, so they are like one of the most potent, you know, like ingredients or herbs or foods in the nature, and at the same time, they are most the one of the most safest.
Hmm.
Mm. That
Yeah.
I love that they are non-toxic, and I get that question a lot from clients. They're like, I'm drinking mushroom coffee and I'm eating mushrooms and I'm taking this supplement with mushrooms. So you potentially could take all of those. Is there a benefit to taking more, or do we need to be talking about quality? I'm assuming you will say yes. What else do we need to know about, like, because mushrooms are kind of popping up everywhere in every supplement.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I'm not an expert on let's say psychedelic mushrooms or and any other, but the studies have shown over and over again that if you take at least let 400 milligrams of an adaptogenic mushroom or a blend, it will have its benefits. You should be able to feel one way or the other the benefits. So that's about how much. Of course, the ceiling can be much higher depending on if you're a fit person and it's just your lifestyle to put it in the coffee, or if you are like really, let's say, ill and struggling with some serious health problems, you can 10x or 20x the dosage. And we have a like a funny story regarding how much you can eat in certain amount of time. So
Please tell
the
us.
Oh.
yeah, so the blend, just to get a bit of background. So the blend that is in each of the products is designed by TCM masters from China for a specific purpose. So the longevity is the most universal one. Yeah, that's the one.
The mother
And
load.
one lady called us quite scared that she wanted to take her daily dose of the adaptogenic honey, and she found out that the jar is empty, and it was pretty new jar, and she she found out that her two sons, like 8 and 9, they ate the whole jar during a movie.
Oh, wow.
Oh
What
my
a
gosh.
snack. Better
So
than popcorn.
yeah, so it's a, it's very potent, and it's working really well, even with people struggling with serious health issues. When you take 1 or 2 spoons a day for 3 months, because that jar is supposed to last for about 3 months. So it has this potency, 1 or 2 spoons a day, and they ate it in 2 hours. So it's just telling
Wow.
you that yes, they are safe. The
They
children they were fine.
survived and they are
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see this, the serving says 1 teaspoon. Is that what you mean by spoon? 1 teaspoon. And it has the 450 milligrams, which you said
Yes.
is meeting that threshold. So we either meet it or exceed the threshold.
Yes, yes. I think we will get to this later in the conversation, but you know, in the ways the blend is different is not only in the ingredients and the ratio between them, but we were able our like producer was able to get the extraction ratio 25 to 1 with the adaptogenic mushroom extract. So the industry standard is approximately 8 to 1, and we have 3 times more potent. It's 25 to 1. That means
Hmm.
the let's say 400 grams, 400 milligrams would equal like 1.2, gram, or 1,200 milligrams if you would be taking some kind of different product. So so that's one of the main differences between the we call it like quality and quantity.
Hmm.
So the milligrams that you're seeing on a label is not always analogous to the extraction ratio. You could have the same number of milligrams, but based on how it was produced.
Exactly. So, because for example, if
Hmm.
it should be mentioned on the packaging, the or somewhere on the website, the extraction ratio. Because, for example, if you have 8 to 1, that means from 8 grams or 8 kilo of mushrooms, you produce 1 kilo or 1 gram of extract. So
Mhm.
if there's the ratio 25 to 1, so from 25 kilo of mushrooms, you get just 1 kilo of the extract, which means it's much more potent.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Wow, I had never heard that before. That's really
I
interesting.
hadn't either. So I guess all
Yeah.
the my clients that are coming to me and they're like, there's mushrooms in this, which I can't believe what they're putting mushrooms in. Like everything, but everything seems to have mushrooms, but the extraction is probably a much less potent dose, is what you're saying.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah. And I wonder about the quality of the mushrooms that people, if companies are just kind of throwing it in certain products, like is it being grown properly? Is it organic? Like I wonder the quality. Versus I know
Wow.
you
Yeah,
for Wise Earth, like you guys have gone through, you've gone really far with making sure it's a high quality mushroom. I don't think most companies are doing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We found a supplier in China because 90% of the production of adaptogenic mushrooms in the world comes from China. It's
Oh, wow.
mainly because of the location, like geolocation, because majority of them grow on southern hemisphere, like Finland, Sweden, Russia, China, where there's like colder weather.
Mm.
And so the supplier, he's in this business since 1850, and he provides like mushroom extracts to Canada, to Japan, even to pharmaceutical companies. And my co-founder visited them, of course, like couple of times, and so yeah, he was very impressed of the how they grow them, and the whole procedure of the extraction.
Amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Can I ask, are you using fruiting bodies and mycelium? Are you combining?
Yes, that's a great question. We are using just fruiting bodies. To yeah, that's how we decided to go just for the fruiting bodies. And regarding the honey, that's locally sourced. Locally means here in Czech Republic, in in
Yeah.
Central Europe. We found an amazing beekeeper that just loves to take care of bees. So he's not feeding them with anything. They just fly around and in the woods and fields. So yeah, it's really like a high quality honey.
Awesome.
Very
And
cool.
how did you decide to put the mushrooms with the honey? What's the synergy there?
Yeah, that so the reason behind that is to obviously to improve the taste, because they are quite bitter, earthy. But the main reason is to improve the bioavailability, to it to improve the absorption. So there are studies showing that honey helps to improve the delivery of the beneficial compounds from the adaptogenic mushroom. So it's also a great conservant. So that's why we decided to go with honey.
And
Makes it
it's
easy.
delicious.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
I'm no stranger to wanting a little sweet after my meal. I'm like, I could get chocolate or I could have some immune boosting adaptogenic mushrooms with a little delicious high quality honey. So that's what
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
doing, taking a little teaspoon, and it feels like dessert, but this is dessert with benefits.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to put that on a
And
t-shirt.
yeah, and
Yeah.
children love it. They love the taste. So far everyone that tasted it, just loved it. And uh, we tried to design it in a way so people would uh make a like ritual out of it, or they would add it to their daily ritual, whether it's like a smoothie or tea and coffee. Some people don't like to put, honey into hot things. I understand that, but yeah, I'll just do it from time to time. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Is
I
it
like it
still
right off
as
the spoon.
Oh yeah. Is it still as bioavailable if it's heated versus maintained raw?
It's yes, it's still so the heat of the honey, uh, it some people say that it will, the nutrients from the honey won't be as many, for example, but it won't affect the adaptogenic mushrooms.
Okay, that's good. Very good news.
Okay.
I would love to get into the specifics of each of the mushrooms, at least kind of the big ones like the reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps, or any others that you think are kind of the stars of the formulations. They're all in compounded form, but would you mind kind of going into some of those more popular ones and what the benefits they exclusively offer to us?
Yeah, definitely so for example, the reishi is one of the most known, and so just to getting going a bit back, uh, the adaptogenic mushrooms are not only, like confirmed by like Western science and double-blinded placebo studies. They're also time confirmed in the traditional Chinese medicine, where they have been used for like more than 3,000 years. And the reishi was, it's also called the mushroom of immortality. And the emperor of China was very fond of that, and it was forbidden for anyone else to pick it and
What?
eat it. Yeah,
Oh my
because it
gosh.
has it has really high number of, now we know, they didn't know before, but now we know, uh really high number of antioxidants, like more than 10 times more than like blueberries or chocolate or something like that. So
Wow.
so reishi is the one of the most known ones. Then I would definitely mention cordyceps, where they cordyceps came to, to Western, let's say, mainstream or knowledge. I don't recall the year, but it was, I don't know, like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, on Olympic Games, where the Chinese athletes have won like almost everything. And yeah, when they were inquiring, why is that? The trainers just gave them like super high levels of cordyceps, because it's not a drug, it's not forbidden substance, but it is improving the VO2, like capacity of oxygen in the blood, so you just perform better.
Very good
So
for
I think
athletics. Yes.
that's one, cordyceps is one that I have definitely noticed a difference at the gym. When I'm consistently taking cordyceps, I can feel my endurance is better at the gym.
yes, yes, with the cordyceps it is one of the few that if you take high enough dosage, you will actually notice a difference in about 20, 30, or 40 minutes or something like that. It's
Mm.
not like that with the other ones. They have
Yeah,
more
I've never felt anything.
over, yeah, they have more over like
They build
subtle,
over time.
yeah, exactly, like subtle effects on the body, but still pretty profound. But with the cordyceps, you can feel it right, definitely, like much sooner.
Yeah.
Then my favorite is the lion's mane, for cognitive support, and it's really great for, if you need to learn, or if you like, it just your brain and memory and functions better. So that's of course nice to have, nice to, it's a great thing, to experience. But what fascinates me about lion's mane is that they've done studies with people that have Alzheimer, and and they've seen that they improved significantly when they started to take lion's mane, and they confirmed that it is because of the lion's mane, because when they stopped providing them, giving them the lion's mane, they went back, where they were before.
Oh,
So
wow.
it won't heal you, but it can improve your life, and it's safe. So that's really great about lion's mane.
With
Yeah.
continued dosing. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I also have always thought lion's mane kind of looked like a brain in some ways.
Yeah.
Kind of a furry, big cauliflower head, but it looks like a brain to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
think so
nice.
too.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that's definitely nature telling you, please eat me for your brain. Yeah, I love lion's mane because, well, two things. I do have the Alzheimer's gene, ApoE34, so I'm always looking for things to support brain health. But then I also have a genetic variant where I have lower levels of BDNF, and we know lion's mane can help with that. So I'm like,
Hmm.
lion's mane every day, all the way. So again, it's nice to have it in an easy way that I can do it all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can definitely discuss some more, of the mushrooms, but what I did not mention is how how I got involved and why we've started, the Wyse Earth, which is for me, it's the why behind it is the most important thing. Because as you mentioned before, I was like running Somavedic technologies for almost 5 years, but then I, like felt the need to not change things, not the change the environment, but to do something even more impactful, in terms of the health and wellness. And it was I think like last year or something, and I started to study the benefits of adaptogenic mushrooms. I knew about like Four Sigmatic and mud water, and the deeper I was into it, I was just blown away by the universal benefits. And I realized that this is something that I would like to do. Like this is the road I would like to go. And so I started my like minimum viable product with them, like MVP. And shortly, like not many people knew about it, but shortly after that, uh, a guy approached me, and he told me, "Hey, Uri, would you like to meet? I have some interesting products. I would like to show it to you." But yeah, I was like focused on my own thing, but I said, "Okay, let's meet." And he basically told me that I have this honey infused with adaptogenic mushrooms, and it's working amazingly well. So first, I was blown away by the synchronicity that I'm deep into adaptogenic mushrooms. I wanna, go that road. I'm working on something of my own. And then someone approaches me with this product that they would like to, if I would help them to bring it to the US. So that was the first thing. Like I said, oh, this is
Oh,
this is pretty interesting.
Good timing.
yeah. Does
Yeah,
does
yeah.
he
The
also
the
live?
timing.
Does he also live in the Czech Republic?
Yes, yes. The
Wow.
timing, yeah, the timing and the synchronicity was pretty interesting. But when we've met, he had the product for like year and a half already on the market, and he showed me various like emails and text messages how people healed from like confirmed by doctors from cancer and tumors and cysts and very all of these like the like illnesses. So this was like mind blowing for me, and I knew exactly that yes, this is what I want to do, because I was thinking about like doing something even more impactful. And then his name is Daniel. Then Daniel approached me, but on top of that, he shared like his story, like he put why he started the company, why he put the adaptogenic mushrooms into honey. And it was because he lost his sister to cancer, and they were very close. And so it was like a hard hit for him. And sometime after that, he met a guy that was able to heal himself from stage 4 cancer just through adaptogenic mushroom extracts, that he was doing the extracts himself. And so they got together talking, and because the grief from the loss of his sister was still fresh, and all of a sudden he meets this guy that made it. So they started working together, and it worked out like really well. And year and a half after that, he reached out to me, "Hey, Uri, would you like to help me to expand to the US market?" And when he shared so there was the synchronicity with the adaptogenic mushrooms, the amazing healing stories, and then his personal story why he decided to do that. So I was all in, and I said like, yeah, let's do this.
Mm.
Yeah. How could you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What a great mission. Um, Sorry to hear about his loss, and I read a little bit more about her story on the website. It's very inspiring that he decided to venture into this, kind of in her
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah. It he when we are discussing this, he still says it's really like a sad story for him. But what makes him happy, how this sad part in his life ignited work that already helped and, healed like many, many other people. You the families that are calling and writing emails how like how the adaptogenic honey saved like her father or husband or even like some children. So it can't get any more like satisfying than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a family member that's battling cancer right now, and I'm like wondering if she could incorporate this, but she is doing a strict ketogenic diet. I don't know if the sugar and the honey would be too much.
Yes, so I mean, if someone is on a ketogenic diet, then it would be up to their whoever's working with them on the
Yeah,
diet
doctor.
to
Yeah.
decide if to integrate or not. But I also have to add for anyone else that would be listening that r- we really have like significant improvements and healings, even if, yes, I know because I went through my own health transformation and I know how, like sugar is not healthy and how it is feeding the cancer and all of that. So I know about this, but at the same time, it thanks to the sugar that helps the delivery of the adaptogenic, mushrooms and the beta glucans and all of that. So the doctors, how they are describing it, that the tumor is drying out, shrinking, and like falling apart. That's because
Mm.
it's always surprising for them. The sad story is that they don't want to, they don't inquire like, oh my God, that's amazing. What are you doing? They just, yeah, the results are great. Just keep doing whatever you are doing. But getting back to the sugar, I know that some people can, the honey would be like a no-go for them. Uh, but we have good experience with it. And even we have people that have diabetes. So they put the honey into a cup, like a tea, and they drink it throughout the day. So 1 or 2 spoons,
Oh.
and they drink it throughout the whole day.
Hmm.
And one lady called us that her husband was able to lower his insulin intake by more than 80% after 3 months of taking the honey. So,
Mm.
imagine, he has diabetes. He is like using the honey, of course, in small dosage throughout the day, but it has this profound like impact on his diabetes. So
Oh,
so I totally understand if someone is on keto, then yeah, like just avoid any sugars. But yeah, for other people, I would, yeah, just you just have to try it out. And again, they are safe. So so you cannot go wrong with it. And in uh, in Japan and South Korea, the doctors are even prescribing more than 70% more than to 70% patients, oncological patients, they prescribe adaptogenic mushrooms with their, chemotherapy. So in some countries,
Wow.
especially in Asia, you have doctors that this is pretty standard.
Yeah.
what did
Wow.
doctors say here
I mean,
about that?
my family member, she has a very traditional oncologist, and then she's working with a naturopath. And I talked with the naturopath about the mushrooms, and she was like, "Oh yes, all the mushrooms, those are great. She should be doing those every day." Haven't asked the oncologist because he wasn't even a fan of vitamin C. Like he just,
Yeah,
yeah,
and we know how, higher dosage of IV vitamin C can be beneficial. So,
yeah,
unfortunately, we have to educate ourselves or our friends or our family members in this area to make a difference, because the doctors, they had like zero nutrition like lectures on in the medicine school. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He actually said the only reason the vitamin C is popular for cancer patients is because of the internet.
Oh God.
Yeah, the internet.
I
That's like
just
a
think it makes so much more sense to trust ancient wisdom or cultures that have been using, as you said, for
thousands of
thousands of
years.
Yeah.
years. It wouldn't have stuck around this long if it wasn't doing something. It's obviously not a synthetic formulation that came about from the standard American diet and disease. So,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. When you think about it, the modern era or modern like medicine is like 100 or 120 years, and then you take something that is 3,000 years old, tested by time. But so yeah, we have to.
which
Hmm.
one do I
And it
Yeah.
have
came
up?
from the planet. It came from
But it's,
Mother Earth.
yeah, exactly. But it's interesting. It's interesting that the word adaptogenic was coined by a Soviet scientist. He was like a oncologist, and the Soviet government told him that he needs to find natural substances for this, obviously for the soldiers, of course, because every nation wants to have their soldiers
Yeah.
performing well. So he
Super
was
soldiers.
tasked, yes, so he was tasked to find natural substances to improve the stamina and energy of soldiers, that wouldn't have, this like fall, like caffeine or amphetamines.
Yeah.
And so yeah, after years of studying, he found adaptogen. Well, they were not called that, but he found the adaptogenic mushrooms, and he was the first one in 1957 that coined the word like adaptogenic. And yeah, since then the Western world and science is using this word.
It's a
Wow.
great word. It's a really great word.
Yeah.
It just makes so much sense for health and healing because the body's designed to heal. So if we can help it to adapt, like that's it.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes all we need is just to stop poisoning the body, and it has so much wisdom that it will,
Mhm.
start the healing processes on its own. But yeah, I mean, what can we do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Support.
And
Yeah.
again, like looking at mushrooms in nature, they're there to like pick up dead matter and bring it back to life. So that was interesting in what you said about the tumor kind of like almost like exploding. We see that with when trees die, right? It helps restore it. So I'm
Yeah.
curious about the different bottles or jars that you have. So this I'm holding up the longevity, the
Yes.
blue, but you have a heart flow and you have detox. Can you explain the differences?
Yes. So the longevity, uh so when Daniel started, uh he he had a specific he tasked the TCM masters with a specific goal with the longevity blend. It's very universal, but at the same time, he said he wanted the blend to help people with oncological problems. So but again, it's great preventative blend, and yeah, everyone can use it. So that's the goal of the longevity, and it's best to combine it with the detox. It's the smaller one, and the detox is for improving, digestion, and it has antiparasitical and antibacterial properties. It has the sweet wormwood, uh, black pepper, turmeric, and so all of those, great things. And so getting back to longevity, you can take that every day, for the next year or two, and but the detox that's designed, that's it is enough to have it like twice a year. So,
You mean a
but
full jar twice a year, not 2 days.
yes, the detox, yes, the full jar,
Okay.
it's enough twice a year. With the longevity, yeah, you can have that every day. You don't need to, take breaks if you don't want to. But it's definitely the best go-to combination if you have some serious health problems. And then there's the heart flow, and that is designed to optimize our cardiovascular like system, like blood pressure, cholesterol, all of that, some like vein problems. So it has hawthorn in it, hawthorn berry, that is like super helpful in balancing, whatever our cardiovascular system needs. So there are lots of articles and studies on that. Plus, of course, there's the blend of it's combined with all of the adaptogenic mushrooms.
Yeah, great
I love that.
formula. Yeah, actually, I got my master's at Hawthorne University. It was named after the hawthorn berry. I don't know why. I guess whoever started the school really liked hawthorn berries, but
Yeah,
so the little logo was a hawthorn berry.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
great.
great one.
And yeah, and so when this podcast will be out, we will have our fourth product. It's called Power. So these three products
Ooh.
are, you know, in China, they would be considered like a medicine. They are like really designed to heal things or, to prevent things. But the fourth one, the Power, is more for, let's say, people that want more like high performance athletes or managers or whoever wants more cognitive power and energy. And it's mainly based on cordyceps and Asian ginseng.
Oh, cool.
So it's helping also with libido and other things. So the Power will be definitely out in January as well.
Exciting. All right, I'm gonna have to get my hands on that one.
Me too. I'm going to
Love
the
it.
Olympics. That's my goal.
Yeah, great pre-workout right there. Yeah, amazing. Anything else coming down the line, or that's the
Yes,
next
yes,
baby?
there is. So throughout the year, we will have probably some chocolate with adaptogenic mushrooms, because that's
Mm.
more of a lifestyle thing, but the honey blends, we want to keep them like really, really strong. But if we would put as much adaptogenic mushrooms in chocolate, it would be just too expensive. But still, we want to maintain, that it has its benefits. So we are working on chocolate, and it's it's called a product with the honey. It's called Slim, and it will help with like burning of the fat. And we have some
Oh,
special
wow.
ingredients in that. We are testing it out. It looks really promising, but that will be, yeah, January or February out.
All right.
Fat burning mushroom chocolate.
You're speaking Lauren's love language right now.
What? It's already a hit
Yeah,
already.
of course, because this goes like, I'm the type of guy that, when I was going through my own like healing journey in 2012, and doctors told me, I had high blood pressure, cholesterol, brain fog, and all of that, and doctors told me, yeah, here are your drugs. And when I asked them, okay, so how long should I take them? And they said like, yeah, this is for the rest of your life. Then I realized that,
Yeah.
yeah, the drugs that won't heal you, they will just maintain you. So
Just
hold you up
but
until you are no
yeah,
longer.
but
Yeah.
when we are discussing, about these products, we always also try to educate people on the healthy lifestyle, the air you breathe, the water, the food you eat, the like meditations, all of that. It's everything is important, and there is no magic bullet, even though I've personally seen, how it basically saved lives. Still, we want to focus a lot on the education part, on like how to start or incrementally improve the lifestyle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful segue to my final question for you. Because, yes, education, there's so much we can all be doing to optimize our health. But let's close out with one final piece of advice, something you would tell our audience to start doing today.
Okay.
Just one
Uh,
thing. I know there's a lot. I know there's a
Pressure's
lot.
on.
But one thing that everyone could start today.
Fasting. I would do that. If nothing else, then intermittent fasting, or I'm fasting every Monday. So I have dinner on Sunday and breakfast on Tuesday. So it's like
That's
a
great.
approximately 36 hours. I don't count it. I don't, need to, but I found out that that's working like really, really well. And even the one day, like the whole Monday, when I'm having breakfast on Tuesday, I'm really mindful about what I'm putting into the body. So so it increases your, let's say, sensitivity or awareness of what you eat. So if it would be one thing that I would suggest, starting with fasting, in whatever way, like you found comfortable with.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a
I
great
guess you could say
biohack.
fasting too is adaptogenic, right? It allows the body rest so it can do what it's
Yeah,
designed to do a little
yeah,
better.
because it's doing the cleaning, right? So yeah.
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 That's
Gotta
a cool way to look
gotta
at that.
take out the trash. Gotta clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Great.
thank you so, so much for joining us today. Love learning about mushrooms always, and just so very cool to have such a life-changing um, offer and solution to the world. So thank you for everything that you're doing. And thank you for
Yeah, of
sharing your wisdom
course.
with us today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thank you for, like helping us, spread the word and the mission.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're so
so
happy
happy
to.
to.
Can you tell
Jinx.
our Jinx sister? Can you tell our audience where they can find more of you and where to find Wise Earth and more about it?
Yes, so so our website is wiseearth.com. It's WYSE Earth, like it's one word, wiseearth.com. Our Instagram channel is the same. It's wise, WYSE_earth. And if they would like to reach out to me or follow me, just yeah, just on our website there's a contact page, and if you fill out the form, the contact form, it will go directly to me. And yeah, I'm happy to answer any
Great.
questions. And yeah, we are always looking for people that were inspired by what we were discussing today. So if anyone would like to help us spreading the message or just test the products, yeah, just let me know.
Awesome.
Wonderful. All right.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
link to all of that in the show notes too, so it's easy for everyone to find. All right. Well, thank you. I'm going to go get my second teaspoon of the day of my honey. I'm like already
Same,
now
same.
that I know that I can have more. So
I
Yes.
almost want to
awesome.
dump it, but something you didn't mention is it's quite stable. It's almost like a nut butter consistency. It
Yes,
doesn't
it's
drip.
called yes, pasted honey. So it's not, yeah, it's like a not butter. Yeah, it's pasted honey. We decided that for so it doesn't change the composition. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Mm.
And it's not as messy because
Yes, yes.
Opening a jar of honey is always an adventure, right? And then it's on my fingers, or we get my computer. This is a
It's
clean experience.
Lauren proof. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
All
probably
right.
my mom proofed as well. We're the messy ones.
Yeah.
Thank you, girls.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me.
Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much. This is
you.
so fun.
And thanks to everyone that tuned in today. We will see you next time.